Mekhi Williams, welcome to Florida State football. Out of Lennard High School, just a little bit south of Tampa, right off 41, Ruskin, Florida. This is the spot where a lot of people have retired and that area has blown up, but it's kind of forgotten about a little bit in a recruiting sense. Well, this kid's really good. And again, I knew nothing about him. He's a class of 27, so he's a rising junior, not sophomore, a rising junior this fall. Sophomore right now, but Florida State's got to go through 2 more seasons of him in high school ball. And I'm going to guess, based on his film, that they're going to have to fight off a lot of suitors. I watched his film. I posted some of this on my FB Scout Florida account on X, etc., and on the Locked On Seminoles account too. Length, timeliness, fantastic hands. One of the things drives me nuts about free safeties and corners is oftentimes they do all the things that are right and they don't catch the football when they get an easy pick. This guy's got absolute Velcro for hands. And he's probably, even though his length and all that is incredible, you could at least argue length. You can't teach length, so it's probably his most important trait. But the thing that I liked best about his film that I was surprised about, because he, again, last year he was a sophomore, Mekhi Williams, he would read the quarterback like he was waiting on stuff right and left, whether he was playing single high, cover 2, whatever he was doing, down in the box, blitzing. He had a natural knack for understanding the play. Sophomores in high school don't normally play that way, even elite players. It's more God-given ability. That's why I also think, again, this is going to be a national recruit. There's just really no way to say it otherwise. Mekhi Williams will be a national recruit because 6'2", 175 pounds, the way he runs, his length and all that, combined with his intelligence, is not an everyday occurrence. Florida State got a flat-out steal here to get him early. Now, can they hold on to him and all that? That's called the recruiting game, and we'll go through that over the next 2 years. But an elite player this early, heck yeah. That's their second commitment, and it's one that I'm very, very impressed with. The only things that, like I was looking at him and watching, I had some fun questions that I wrote down. Could he play corner? He's 6'2", 175, and they pretty much at Lennard High School, Mekhi Williams is playing almost exclusively zone. So I'm not sure if he can play corner because at the elite level, you have to be able to sometimes basically tell the quarterback, okay, we're going to play 1 here. Cover 1, man-to-man, can you do anything against us? He looks like the kind of guy that can, and his back pedal and speed turn are good, but can he flip his hips and make it happen in man coverage if he's at corner? I don't know. I would love to see him in some of those drills. I would imagine he can, but again, he plays safety. Secondarily, ironic question because of what's going on with Florida State secondary right now. Can he play nickel? I think he could. There's a couple of plays, including the very first one on his quick cut film. He's blitzing off the edge. There's a play, comes across the field and tackles a guy, shot out of a cannon. He's got really good speed in the open field. And finally, he's just not afraid of contact in general. He was pretty darn good in the box. Plays most of the time in the deep secondary. But Mekhi Williams was really good when he did come down. So a versatile athlete. Maybe he can play corner. There's not a lot of film to give me justification to say for sure, but I think he can based on his athleticism. Nickel, I'd be shocked if he couldn't, because you could always blitz him and use him at least in some situations. So that's good. And then finally, is he going to gain the weight and just keep progressing like he has to be an impact recruit? Right now, I would lean yes. But again, he's got 2 more years of high school football. That's a long time. Maybe Mekhi Williams kind of figures it out at one spot and just concentrates on it. And then just, there's no doubt that he's going to be an impact guy. But I have a feeling Lennard High School is going to use him in a variety of ways. And he's going to be a guy that ends up playing a whole bunch of football, whether it's receiver, nickel, quarterback, running back. The next 2 years, I imagine they're going to use him a lot. So we'll see what he can do. And finally, just how much maturity does he get, like physically overall? Is he a guy that ends up at 200 pounds when he gets out of high school? He's got 2 years. Because if he can get to that size, Mekhi Williams can come in and play a lot easier at Florida State University than if Mekhi Williams was probably 180, 185. The difference in like 20 pounds in college football is just forever. It's massive. So he's 175 now. Some Florida kids don't really gain much weight. They run track. They don't eat and drink water the way they should. I'm being kind. And that kind of stunts their ability to play right out of the gate. But then in about a year after they've been in the weight room or whatever program they go to, it's just like they're shot out of a cannon when they put 20 pounds on. If he can get to 200, I think he's a guy that can play right away at Florida State University. Thank you once again for making Locked On Seminoles your first listen each and every day. Truly appreciate you stopping in to talk some Noles with me. Please hit that like button, that notification bell, and subscribe to this podcast. Truly appreciate it. If you tell some other people about it, let some more Noles fans know what I'm doing over here. We will talk to you again tomorrow.